Yo, what's up? Today we're going to talk about midi rings or first finger knuckle rings or whatever you want to call them. So I've been in love with first finger rings since I was in 7th grade. One of my best friends in junior high school, her mom was obsessed with silver and Native American jewelry and turquoise, and she would take us to the sterling silver jewelry shop in Highland Park Village and would take us shopping there. And they had little tiny like first knuckle rings, kind of like these guys, and this kind of guy, but in sterling silver, and they would have them for like $5. So she would let us buy one, pick out one, and whatever. And so we started like being obsessed with and they were originally like baby rings. You would get them for your children, but we of course wore them in first knuckle or on our pinkies, like this guy. Sorry. Dyslexic. So, you know, I just wanted to do a post on midi rings. They've become such a trend, but I also think that it's something that's super personal, and it's not necessarily about making a fashion statement. It's about finding pieces that are special to you. You get them in a special place, or someone special gives them to you, and that's kind of always how I've taken on jewelry. So, a couple different ideas. My favorite thing when it comes to doing midi rings or first knuckle rings is the layering. Now, you can see that I've got many different rings on, but it doesn't feel too incredibly heavy. Like, this guy is super heavy, but everything else is kind of light. I like mixing more light pieces with heavier pieces, and then I don't wear this one every day. It's more for special occasions. I leave it on my dresser table and pull it whenever I'm getting ready after a shower. But it's really about mixing. Like here we have gold, like simple gold mixed with like the ropey gold. I've got, you know, the wavy. This one I kind of did a like matchy-matchy. I've got a wavy midi ring from Guyana mixed with like a vintage ring I found that's also wavy, as you can see. And then like on this one, because, excuse me, I'm not flicking you off, but that one, because it's such a big heavy ring, this is like a vintage Chloe wraparound snake ring I got years ago. It was like inspired by the 70s ring and kind of Cleopatra Egyptian thing. Snakes are also protective and really good. But they, that one I like to leave on a finger by itself just because it's so crazy, and I also like to make sure it's got smaller delicate things around it. This is the Tanner midi ring from Guyana that I love so much too, with the black gold band. That's from my friend Isabel Insinius I love so much. So you can see I just like to mix them up, you know, in a nice way. This one's like almost feels like it's a sterling silver ring I got in Portland, and it almost feels like the edges of a quarter, so it's got these little notches in it. And then I mix it with another Guyana ring that I love that feels like almost 2 or 3 rings combined. And then there's a midi version of the same ring. I like to put those kind of next to each other because I think it looks cool. And then, you know, and so it's really just about layering, mixing your textures, but making sure you have a balance of heavy and light. And I also always love to do a pinky ring. I think they look really, really chic. And I'm on the hunt right now for a really great little pinky ring that kind of feels like 1930s men's pinky ring. So I'm on the search on eBay right now. But this is how I like to do my midi rings. I don't think it's about so much like being part of a fashion trend, as to me it is like a cool kind of something I've been doing since junior high school, so I love it so much. So these are all my favorite rings right now. I'll do shopping links for you below. Check out the Guyana stuff, and I'll also put some of my favorite things from Net-a-Porter and Saks Fifth Avenue. But I love midi rings, and I'm not going to stop loving them just because they're a fashion thing. So get your midi rings on, mix and mix and mix your metals and your heaviness, and have fun with it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, or I don't know, whatever I do here on my YouTube channel. So again, if you want me to do any styling advice or have, you know, any questions for me, put it in the comments below, and we'll do vlogs to answer you back. Okay, check you later.